Welcome to Alif High School, here and hereafter.
What is natural disaster? A natural event such as a flood, earthquake, or hurricane that causes great damage or loss of life. Let us learn about natural disasters.
Earthquakes are the result of sudden movement in the Earth's crust. The causes of earthquakes are many, but they can be grouped into two main categories, tectonic and man-made. Tectonic causes of earthquakes include changes in pressure within the Earth's crust caused by movements in tectonic plates, which are large areas of land that move slowly over each other. These plate movements can cause large earthquakes that impact people far from the epicenter of an earthquake. Man-made causes of earthquakes include industrial activities such as mining or petroleum extraction that release large amounts of energy into the ground and cause it to shake violently enough to be felt by humans nearby. Volcano is a natural phenomenon that occurs when magma reaches the surface of the earth. It is formed by the escape of gases through cracks or fissures in the earth's crust. There are two types of volcanoes, shield and composite. Shield volcanoes are characterized by their steep slopes and long, narrow necks. Composite volcanoes have broad flat tops and short, broad slopes. There are several factors that influence volcanic eruptions. For example, when water seeps through cracks in the Earth's surface, it cools down and then turns into steam which pushes against surrounding rock causing it to expand outwardly. This process is called hydrothermal activity. Number 2. Volcanic eruptions occur when magma reaches the surface of an existing volcano, which causes an explosion, which releases gases into the atmosphere, causing explosions that can be heard from miles away. Number 3. Earthquakes can also cause eruptions by shaking loose rocks from inside a volcano causing them to fall into their own magma chambers, which causes explosions similar to those caused by earthquakes. A tsunami is a large-scale, long-duration ocean wave caused by an earthquake. Tsunamis usually occur near the coast and can travel hundreds of miles inland. Tsunamis are caused by earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and landslides. The most common cause of tsunamis is earthquakes, which occur along plate boundaries where one tectonic plate slides under another. When this happens, water from below the Earth's surface moves upward through cracks in the crust and causes huge waves to form on top of water stored in reservoirs deep below ground level. Tsunamis are not just limited to coastal areas. They can also occur hundreds of miles inland where an earthquake may have occurred hundreds of miles away from shoreline locations where people live. This means that if you live in an area where there has been an earthquake recently, then you may be at risk from a tsunami as well as those who live further away from the epicenter but still close enough for it to affect them. Landslides are a natural phenomenon that occurs when the weight of a mass of rock or soil is too great for it to be supported by the earth beneath it. They can happen anywhere in any part of the world and can affect any type of building, including homes and businesses. Landslides are usually caused by several factors. Number 1. Climate. The location where the landslide occurs will depend on which type of climate it has been exposed to over time. If you live in an area that has experienced frequent landslides in the past, you may want to consider moving away from those areas if possible. Number 2. Geology. Landslides are caused by erosion caused by weathering, the process by which rocks break down into smaller pieces. This happens when there is not enough vegetation growing on top of hillsides or mountainsides to stop them from being eroded away by water or wind erosion. Wind erosion occurs when there is not enough vegetation growing on top of hillsides or mountainsides. Floods are a natural phenomenon that occurs when the water level rises above its normal level. The factors responsible for floods include a combination of factors such as rainfall, snow melt, and drainage. Floods can be caused by heavy downpours and snow melts. When these two factors come together, it causes flooding in low-lying areas where there is no significant slope toward higher ground. This can be due to poor drainage systems or blocked drains, which cause water to overflow into basements and other buildings, causing damage and injuries to people living there. Droughts are a natural phenomenon that can be caused by factors such as climate change, global warming, and other factors. Drought occurs when there is not enough rain or snowfall to fill reservoirs and lakes, causing water levels to drop. There are several factors that can cause drought. Global warming. Global warming causes temperatures to rise and melt glaciers at an accelerated rate. The melting of glaciers results in reduced snowfall during the winter months, which leads to reduced water supplies throughout the year. Climate change refers to changes in weather patterns over time periods longer than 1 decade. Climate change may cause drought because it makes it more likely for droughts such as those mentioned above to occur due to warmer temperatures and lower precipitation levels, which affect vegetation growth. Cyclones are a type of weather system that can cause severe damage. They are also known as hurricanes, tornadoes, and typhoons that are caused by the rotation of air around low-pressure area. The rotation causes winds to swirl in one direction, creating a rotating column of air known as a cyclone. There are several factors that contribute to cyclones. Number 1. The size of the low-pressure area determines how strong the cyclone will be. A large low-pressure area will have a stronger cyclone than a small one because it has more room for air to move around. Number 2. The shape and location of landmasses can affect how strong or weak a cyclone is as well. For example, if you live near mountains or volcanoes, then you may experience stronger winds than if you lived somewhere flat like an ocean floor or desert floor. Number 3. The type of soil where you live can affect how strong your cyclone is too. If there is lots of soil with lots of sand, then there will be more friction between particles, so it'll be harder for them to move around each other like they would on grassy or rocky ground.